your priorities are just out of whack, and that ego is what's holding them back. Some people never even take the leap.
You can't make everyone happy. This is your life, and the reality is we're all going to die, right? So make the fucking most of it.
A massive thing with guys, like our egos get in the way with everything, man. Like it's such a big thing that's holding us back. Like I feel like so many people want to go do something, but their egos back because they're thinking, oh, if they think this about me, what if they think that? But they have this like burning desire in them to go do something or whatever it is, join a gym, try a different sport, quit their job or do something else. But they feel like they're stuck, and that ego is what's holding them back. The fear of, the fear of judgment, just keeping them from doing what they know they want to do. And some people never even take the leap, and because just they're stuck in that fearful state. And it's, it is sad, man, because so many people out there are just have this big dream, this big idea in their head. They think about it every day, and they're scared of what someone they probably see once a year thinks about them. They're not doing it. And it's, and I used to be the same, man. Like I was scared of being a coach, thinking my mates would judge me. I also thought I probably wasn't good enough to do it, all this sort of stuff. And yeah, once you take the leap, it's the most freeing. Once you break out of that rat race like we were talking about before, it's the most freeing feeling in the world, man.
Definitely, bro. That's like me with the podcast. Like I thought people were going to laugh at me. Like, who is this guy who can't even speak to people going out and doing this podcast? Now look at me. It's just an example of if you take that leap of faith out of your comfort zone, bro, there's so much growth and there's so much opportunities that come to you. So much confidence, for me, knowing my self-worth, knowing who I better am now, my goals, visions, all that kind of stuff, just by leaving my comfort zone and just believing in myself. I didn't know what it was going to hold. I knew people were going to talk shit. There's going to be judgment, but you can't make everyone happy, right? And if you're trying to make everyone happy and not make yourself happy, that's where blame, resent, anger, all these emotions come into play, and you become a victim. And we've spoken about that earlier. Like, we need to break free from that and create a life by design that you want. Don't let other people hold you back. Don't let fear of judgment hold you back. This is your life, and the reality is we're all going to die, right? So make the fucking most of it.
Yeah, 100%, man. I think it's taking control of your life. It's a massive thing because everyone is stuck in this cycle, and that's what I talk about a lot, like with saying about staying comfortable. Like the cycle of the average person at the moment is wake up, go to work, sit down in an office for most people, then sit in the car or bus, come home, sit down and watch Netflix and go to bed and repeat that. And they're so scared to break that, and they have all these excuses. Like obviously like time, work's stressful, but biggest thing or the biggest change for me is like understanding that every single thing you're doing is a choice. And work did not force you not to wake up and go to the gym. Work didn't force you to Macca's for a month straight. Like, say you don't have enough time. And I do this a lot with some of my clients that are struggling with time management. And quickest thing you can do is just pick up your phone, go into settings and check screens. Most people, it's like 4 or 5 hours. Yeah. And then another thing's like Netflix, where like everyone's sitting at home watching, like, oh, so what have you watched? I ask it like subtly to my clients sometimes, oh, so what have you been watching on Netflix? And then they're like, oh, I've been watching this. Like, oh, what are you up to? And then they'll like blurt out they've watched, 3 seasons in a week. And I'm like, so you didn't have time to go for a walk, eh? And it's a massive thing. Like time's a big one, but like once you understand you're making that choice. Another thing for tradies, similar to what we're talking about, I had a guy, one of my clients, trying to get him to wake up early and train before work. Obviously he starts work quite early, but he's the kind of guy who's out partying every weekend and he stays up to 5 a.m. So I'm like, so it's all right for you to stay up till 5 a.m., but you can't wake up 30 minutes earlier to train before work. It's just like, man, most people have been there, but it's just changing your perspective. It's and your priorities as well. Like if you're not prioritizing your health, but you're more than happy to stay up for 2 days straight on the weekend out partying, and you can't wake up 30 minutes early to go to the gym when you know it's actually going to really benefit you in the long run, your priorities are just out of whack.